Good evening and welcome to Gill St. Bernard's for tonight's doubleheader as the girls and boys are set to take on Hunterdon Central from Flemington, New Jersey. The Gill St. Bernard's Knights come into this game at a record of 5-2 as Hunterdon Central comes in at 6-1, so it should be a really, really good game. The last time we were here, we saw an excellent start to the season from Gill St. Bernard's as they took down Rutgers Prep by upwards of 30 points, and they look to maintain their dominance here in the Skyland Conference in a conference matchup today against Hunterdon Central. Some pretty big accolades have occurred recently. Alongside Derek Raymond and Sean Lerman, I'm Tom Monfiletto, and I just wanted to talk to you about some of the milestones that were achieved by some of the girls on this Gill St. Bernard's team. Over the holiday break, we had a 2,000-point milestone by Taylor Rooks. Taylor Rooks just eclipsed 2,000 points. She's averaging 25 points per game, 12 rebounds per game. As we said earlier, she is committed to Stanford University, and she is now nominated for the McDonald's All-American Game. So that is a huge milestone, something to be very, very proud of. And on the other side, Jasmine Sina, the point guard, just eclipsed 1,000 points. So you have a 2,000-point scorer and a 1,000-point scorer, and it should be a fun one today. As always, let's take a look at our coaches' corner here. Joseph Dema, first year as head coach, and it's been a great season so far. He is the coach of the Garden State Sharpshooters AAU team, and he is their program director. We're going to take a quick break here as they play the national anthem, and we will be back right after this.
Good evening and welcome to Gill St. Bernard School for tonight's Skyland Conference basketball contest between the Hunterdon Central Red Devils and the Knights of Gill St. Bernard. Today's contest is being conducted according to the rules of the New Jersey State High School Athletic Association. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated. Could subject the violator to rejection and may result in penalties being assessed against your team. Each one is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this competition at a high level of good sportsmanship. In addition, concessions will be available throughout the contest, but food and drink will not be permitted in the gymnasium at any time. Now would you please rise and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
And we are just about set to go here at Gill St. Bernard's inside Aresti Pavilion as the Knights are set to take on Hunterdon Central. And let's take a look at your Knights. Here's the roster for Gill St. Bernard's.
Jasmine Sina, I'm from Lake Opaca, New Jersey.
Allie Ferreira, Chester, New Jersey.
Travina Bennett, Union, New Jersey.
Madeline Gallick, Gillette, New Jersey.
Taylor Rooks, I'm from Bridgewater, New Jersey.
Morgan Rooks, Bridgewater, New Jersey.
Emma Dean from Tewksbury. I'm Alexia Lesh and I'm from Berkeley Heights. I'm Allison Coffey and I'm from Warren, New Jersey.
Kate Howard and I'm from Florham Park, New Jersey.
Samantha Kramer, I'm from Basking Ridge.
Hi, I'm Kennedy Whitehead and I'm from Parsippany, New Jersey.
And there they are for you. And here are the starters for today's game. Jasmine Sina will start at point guard. Samantha Kramer will start at the 2. Taylor Rooks at the 3, and she'll be playing down low as well, and she'll also bring the ball up. She's that versatile of a player. Trevina Bennett will start at the 4, and Morgan Rooks will start at the other forward position. And as the Gill St. Bernard's Knights are introduced by the PA announcer here, we'll tell you about the starting lineup for the visiting Hunterdon Central. Carly Wilson will start. She is a 1,000-point scorer, and as we said earlier, Hunterdon Central is 6-1, and much of their success this season is due to the play of Carly Wilson. At other guard, Mackenzie Roden is a senior. Tess Richardson, Christina Benton, and rounding out the starting 5 is the freshman Michelle Layler. The head coach, Carmen Cook, is in his first year, just like Coach Dema for Gill St. Bernard's. And with that, I will bring in our color analyst for today's game, Sean Lerman. And Sean, we have 2 talented teams coming in. As you said, this is your first time getting to see this Gill St. Bernard's team. Taylor Rooks, as we said earlier, is nominated for a McDonald's All-American spot. What's your level of excitement right now?
I'll tell you what, I'm pretty fired up. I was watching these girls in warm-ups, and there's not a single person on this team that can't score the basketball. Everybody is able to make good shots. They look comfortable, smooth in warm-ups, and I think we have a lot of kids here out on this court today that can really play the game of basketball.
It's going to be exciting once again. It's going to be a very well-rounded game from both teams, both squads, and wait till you see the way that Taylor Rooks can absolutely take over a game if needed. Jasmine Sina is another one who just eclipsed the 1,000 points not at halftime, but in between the girls' game and the boys' game. Dave Pasquale, the athletic director here at Gill St. Bernard's, will put together a ceremony at midcourt to honor those 2 achievements because they're incredible achievements. 2,000 points in a high school career is just remarkable. And Jasmine Sina just eclipsed 1,000 points. Jasmine Sina, though, she's a girl that we spotlighted last week. She can score at will. She's a great three-point shooter. She's leading the state, actually, in three-pointers per game. And she's also an excellent distributor of the basketball. So how important, in your mind, you're a point guard guy, how important is a point guard to be the catalyst of an offense?
As a coach, when you have a point guard that you can trust to go out there and make the right decisions, it's just invaluable because it's an extension of yourself out on the court, and that's what she provides for this team.
Tess Richardson will take the jump opposite Taylor Rooks. And we are about to be underway here. And the jump is controlled by Jasmine Sina on the other end, and she'll put in the first basket of the game for Gill St. Bernard's. So right off the bat, Jasmine Sina puts in 2 more to add to her career total. Getting across the time stripe for Hunterdon Central is Roden, and this one is off the backboard, but this will be maintained by Hunterdon Central, as Roden will take it underneath.
Those are shots you just have to hit. You can't be missing those easy layups early in the game.
Hunterdon Central running their inbound set, and find Michelle Layler at the top of the key. Roden with the left hand, it's no good. Rebound underneath, and a foul will be called. Looks like that's going to be on number 11, Morgan Rooks. So the foul will be against number 5, Christina Benton, who will shoot 2. So it looks like Gill St. Bernard's is going to ramp up the pressure early in today's game, as the first free throw is made by Benton to put Hunterdon Central on the board. Sina will take it up for Gill St. Bernard's. Samantha Kramer, averaging 8 points per game. An outstanding season so far from the sophomore. Will swing it to Sina for 3. Got it. Jasmine Sina 2 for 2 to start off tonight's game.
And that's exactly what she does. You cannot leave her open.
Lethal from behind the arc. This one for 3. That's Carly Wilson. It's no good. Rebound, Trevina Bennett. Trevina Bennett, the top defender on this team, having a great season as well. And here's Rooks for the first time. Rooks into the paint, puts it high off the glass. It's no good. Rebound goes to Benton. Layler underneath, and that'll be another foul called on Gill St. Bernard's. Headed to the line is the center, Tess Richardson.
Rooks may be pressing a little bit on that shot there. She's going to get her points. She doesn't need to force it early. She's good enough. She can let the game come to her.
Richardson will head to the line for the first time tonight, as a chilling silence enters the arena, and she will put down the first one. Second one off the back of the rim, but Richardson gets her own rebound. Layler, the 15-footer, it's no good. And this will be off Carly Wilson, so it will be GSB basketball.
Tom, that was something we were actually talking about on the way over here is percentage shots and what shots are efficient and what ones aren't. Well, that pull-up 15-footer, that's not an efficient shot. That one doesn't go down enough to make it worth taking, especially when you have no shot clock at this level.
It's like a high fastball. It looks great, but it's the toughest pitch to hit. Cena fakes it. It's it back out to Rooks. Samantha Kramer, guarded by the much taller Richardson, who gets a hand on this one. And this is back the other way for Hunterdon Central. Layler looking for Wilson in the corner. Coach Cook yelling to set up the offense for Central. Back down to Wilson. Wilson off her left foot is no good. Good rebound by Morgan Rooks. Cena's going to push it. He finds Bennett. Bennett spots up. No good. And this will go off of Gill St. Bernard's. Goes off the thigh of Samantha Kramer. This will go the other way. First time out of the game. Coach Demo will take one as we see the second number from the Gill St. Bernard's cheerleaders. And let's introduce you to our varsity cheerleaders here at Gill St. Bernard's. We have Emily Boynak, Reina Delermo, Sally Gordon, Carly Myers, Charlotte Reed, Grace Clayton, Allie Haversat, Jade Mikhailo, Kim Calabrese, Gabriela Gomez, Claire Jenkins, Kristen Murtha, Dylan Rowell, Mary Coors, Sarah Fenton, Emma Cullen, and Carly Matthews. And that is your Gill St. Bernard's cheerleading squad. You can see the crowd starting to fill up as the boys team looks on, sort of in the Jerry Jones box up top. Layler, really quick, decent handle. And Tess Richardson barely escaping the boundary, and it's a good pass. And that's Mackenzie Roden's first bucket of the game.
Good job cutting to the basket there and then finishing at the rim.
Hunterdon Central so far taking advantage of the open areas on the court as Taylor Rooks bombs a three. And this one is no good. Rebound goes to Richardson. Tess Richardson showing her versatility. They're going to try to set it up again. Coach Cook loves to slow it down and get something going here on the offensive side. And this will go out of bounds, and it'll be Gill St. Bernard's basketball. A little miscommunication on the pass from Layler. Emma Dean and Alexia Lesh will enter the game for Gill St. Bernard's. Emma Dean from Tewksbury, New Jersey. Alexia Lesh, the tall freshman, a bright future, comes out to set the screen. And this will be back to Rooks. Rooks probably would have taken the shot if it was a better pass, but she'll get it down to Emma Dean, and a foul will be called on the floor.
These teams are both doing a really good job of moving the ball early. They're not taking low percentage opportunities. They're doing a good job, constant movement on offense and doing what they need to do.
And Sean, you're all about working to get the best shot. And it looks like they haven't forced too many. A couple of them as Taylor Rooks fires a three, and this one is good. So Rooks on the board for the first time tonight.
Really, really good shooting form. You can tell as soon as she lets go of the ball, great rotation. It looks like it's going to go in every single time.
And she releases the ball at a very high point, which makes it difficult to get a hand on it or to alter the shot. Carly Wilson diving on the floor, back out to Richardson. Good pass underneath. Christina Benton with her first bucket of the game. Really impressed with Tess Richardson so far.
She has a great eye for the game. Really good passing.
Rooks looks like she was fouled, but a good cleanup by Trevina Bennett, and she is fouled. So an opportunity for a three-point play for the senior forward.
I'm not sure if Rooks just had that ball batted away or if that was a pass, but either way, turned out pretty good, and she ends up with an assist on the play.
Trevina Bennett, as we said, the top defender on this Gill St. Bernard's team. She's averaging just under 12 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, as she puts this one home for her third point of the game. Good cleanup on the boards. Roden looking for Layler. Layler guarding tightly by Jasmine Sina, and Sina rips it away. Sina to the other end. Fouled, and she'll shoot 2.
And Sina just took it right out of the point guard's hands there. No swatting it away and picking it up. Just grabbed the ball, took it, it was hers, and then took it all the way to the hoop.
One of the things that Coach Dema really stresses is defense and the ability to apply pressure. And then we saw it right there. Jasmine Sina, she knocks in her first bucket of the game. And the second free throw is good, as we're going to see the steal right here on the replay. It looks like Hunterdon Central will call a timeout. She gets fouled right there, and she's able to knock down both free throws. So part of the strategy for Jasmine Sina is to get to the line, Sean, because she is so automatic from the free throw line.
Great shooting form. I think that's something that you see in the coaching with this team, is that all of these girls, they do exactly what they have to do. They have a nice motion. They finish up high, snap the wrist down the way they're supposed to. And, Jasmine Sina, perfect example of that in the way she shoots her foul shots.
15 points a game, 6.5 assists per game. She's the leader in New Jersey in that category. She has 3 steals per game, which is good for top 5 in the state, and she leads the state in 3-point field goals per game. So she is living up to the bill, and a really deep, loaded team here for Gill St. Bernard's, enjoying a pretty good season so far. 13-7 is the score, under 3.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Pretty evenly matched game so far. Gill St. Bernard's putting on the full court press. Richardson almost getting into trouble there. Sina guarding Wilson, and a wide open Benton underneath, and she'll shoot 2.
Tom, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with the full court press, and right there on that play you saw why it can be great and why it can be not so great. Great pressure, almost get a steal. The problem is when you don't get that steal, sometimes you leave someone open for a layup, and that's what happened there. Although they looked really good on that press, I think they'll get a few steals off of it if they continue to run it.
High risk, high reward. Are you a Shaka Smart enthusiast?
A what?
A Shaka Smart enthusiast?
Shaka Smart.
You're the head coach for VCU with the Havoc defense?
Oh, yes, the Havoc defense. I'm a more traditional defensive guy. I like a standard man-to-man, pick your guy up at half court and just do what you're supposed to do.
So you're an Aaron Kraft enthusiast.
I don't mind Aaron Kraft.
Rooks with the 15-footer, it's no good. Tess Richardson has been all over the court today. Getting rebounds, bringing the ball up, some great looks. She puts this one up, and it's no good. And the rebound goes to Carly Wilson. It can be a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Hunterdon Central. Samantha Kramer back into the game for Gill St. Bernard's. She will replace Emma Dean, the freshman. Layler will find Richardson, guarded by Rooks. Roden with the left hand. Nice bucket off the glass.
Really good take to the hoop with the left hand there.
Mackenzie Roden has 4 on the day. That's her second field goal of the game. Kramer finds Bennett. Bennett for 3, no good. Roden with the rebound. Gill St. Bernard's getting very comfortable with the shot behind the arc, as Jasmine Sina will be called for a foul. And Tess Richardson will head to the line once again.
I don't mind Sina aggressively going for that ball there. She tried to swat it down out of her hands and you come up with a foul, but it's all right to be a little aggressive under the hoop, especially early in a game. Make them think twice about taking it up to the basket.
Pretty physical game so far here, Sean. 7 total fouls thus far. And Hunterdon Central still, the deficit remains at 2 as Cena scoops this one up and finds Rooks. Rooks is Samantha Kramer. Good pump fake. Gets it all the way out to Morgan Rooks. Puts up the shot. No good. Turbina Bennett's going to look for Morgan Rooks. This time closer to the basket. And Morgan Rooks going to put it off the glass and in for her first bucket of the game. Carly Mastrogiacomo into the game for Hunterdon Central, being guarded by Samantha Kramer. Layler looking for Roden underneath. Good defense by Rooks. That's a block for the senior.
Great shot block there to get her hand up.
Kramer from downtown, no good. Another jump ball, and it looks like Gill St. Bernard's will keep this one. Checking in to the game for Hunterdon Central, Sam Ansowich. She will be tasked with, looks like she's going to guard Taylor Rooks, at least on this set. And Rooks gets it. She'll switch off and switch back to Taylor Rooks. Samantha Kramer at the top of the key. Rooks in the corner. No good. Rebound to Carly Wilson. Layler's going to bring it up gingerly for Hunterdon Central. Mastrogiacomo trying to set a screen, and this one swatted away by Taylor Rooks. That's her second block of the game.
Rooks absolutely making her presence felt down there in the post, making Hunterdon Central think twice about going right at the basket, which is something really important to do this early in the game.
And another strong shot blocker, Alexia Lesh, back into the game for Gill St. Bernard's. Lesh, only a freshman, has already been offered by St. Peter's. Shot.
Wow.
So, very long, excellent defender. Mastrogiacomo looking for Layler. Back to Mastrogiacomo. This one off the knee and out of bounds, so Gill St. Bernard's will take over possession.
Hunterdon Central pushing a little too hard to score early there. You know, high school level, no shot clock means you can hold for that last shot. And now they give St. Bernard's another opportunity.
Good job by the Gill St. Bernard's D to sort of bait Hunterdon Central into coming into the lane where they had boatloads of help. As Jasmine Cena fires this one up, it's no good. Chase for the loose ball. Carly Wilson wins it. And there's another block by Morgan Rooks, and that'll do it for the first quarter here. Score 15-11 in favor of Gill St. Bernard's. Not the prettiest quarter, but a productive one at that as they go into the second quarter with a 4-point lead. We're happy to have you tune into tonight's live stream. This is a new initiative for the school, and it's brought to you in part by the GSB Booster Club. If you're interested in becoming a member of this very important parent group on campus, please contact Jill Moriarty. Some important upcoming events here at the school. We're going to take a look right now. On January 22nd, it's the African Children's Choir. There's free admission and voluntary donations are accepted at the door. On April 12th is to save the date for our annual dinner, dance, and auction here at Gill St. Bernard. Stay tuned for more details in the coming weeks. And then May 2nd and 3rd, you can save the date for our alumni reunion weekend. The journey of life may have taken you in different directions, but come back to where it all began. Stay tuned to alumni.gsbschool.org for more information. Campus looks extra nice with some snow cover on it, Sean. It's your first time on campus.
Beautiful campus. As we were pulling up, I almost didn't know if we were in the right place because I thought I was looking at a college. This place is so nice.
That is the reaction that most people have upon entering Gill St. Bernard's for the first time. And we're lucky enough to have some pretty decent athletics at the school, too. I was talking to Dave Pasquale before the game started. Gill St. Bernard's was the recipient of the ShopRite Cup last year, which is awarded to a team or a school in each group, 1, 2, 3, 4, non-public A, non-public B, that accumulates the most points based on championships, tournament runs, and placing in postseason activity. And Gill St. Bernard's won for non-public B. Tess Richardson, this one off the mark. Good offensive rebound by Roden. And Mackenzie Roden puts it in for her 3rd bucket of the game.
Both of these teams doing a good job on the offensive glass. Seems like there have been a lot of offensive rebounds for both teams.
This one will be a 2 from Taylor Rooks, just inside the 3-point line. That's 5 for the senior, headed to Stanford University next year. And Morgan Rooks comes up with the steal, and Jasmine Sina is going to push it the other way. She finds Rooks. Rooks off the glass, and a hard foul taken. She will shoot 2. The foul will be on number 32, Sam Anstovich. So Rooks will shoot 2, another dynamite free throw shooter. As we mentioned, she is a candidate for the McDonald's All-American team, which would be a really, really cool honor. Last year, she was the New Jersey Gatorade Player of the Year. She was the Star Ledger Player of the Year. She was the Courier News Area Player of the Year. First team All-State. First team All-Area. First team All-Conference. First team All-County. First team All-Junior. A pretty decent year last year.
Yeah, I'd say that's all right. I'd say that's just about as good as you can play. First team everything.
She's got 7 on the game as the lead grows to 19-13. Under 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Underneath, Mackenzie Roden puts it in once again. She's got 8 to lead all Hunterdon Central scorers. Samantha Kramer from downtown, that's way short. Taylor Rooks with the rebound. Battles underneath and puts this one off the glass and in.
There's really just so much you can say about the way Rooks plays the game. She plays hard. She's got great touch. She can hit her shots. There's nothing you can do defensively to stop her.
Good defense by Samantha Kramer. Cena finds Rooks. Nice pass. Good spin move off the glass and in. Taylor Rooks with 11 on the game so far. The lead stretches to 8. Mackenzie Roden, the leading scorer for Hunterdon Central in today's game, finds Tess Richardson. Mastro Giacomo, a good pass underneath. Couldn't figure out who she wanted to pass it to as 2 Hunterdon Central players were underneath. And there'll be a foul on the floor, so Samantha Kramer will head to the line and shoot 2. Oh, foul's going to be on the floor. That's my mistake, so she won't be shooting. She will just take it out of bounds. As Michelle Layler enters the game once again for Hunterdon Central. This is probably the tallest lineup that Gill St. Bernard's can put out there, and they have 2 great shooters in Cena and Kramer, and Cena buries another 3.
Talk about great shooters. There's one right there. Corner 3, a really good high percentage shot. Easy to get points from that shot.
You really have to keep your eye on Jasmine Cena at all times because she's just going to squirt through and find an open area to bury it. And on the defensive end, can't finish this one. Rooks, a nice spin move, and Rooks will take it home. Taylor Rooks, 13 on the game. And Gill St. Bernard's takes a 13-point lead for their biggest of the game. Jasmine Cena last year was first team all-conference, first team all-county, first team all-area. So I think an excellent season so far in her senior campaign. I want to mention again that there will be a ceremony in between the girls and boys game to honor Jasmine Cena and Taylor Rooks. Taylor Rooks just on December 30th, I believe, eclipsed 2,000 points. Jasmine Cena the next day eclipsed 1,000 points for her career. And Jasmine Cena, as we said earlier, leading the state in assists, so more of a distributor than Taylor Rooks, less of a takeover game type scorer, even though she probably could be. Really unselfish. So her ability to distribute the basketball and score 1,000 points in her career is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, absolutely, and I bet Rooks can thank her for quite a handful of her points.
Absolutely.
Without those assists, a lot of them don't get there.
Our next stream will be January 30th here at Gill St. Bernard's. It'll be another doubleheader against Immaculata High School. So be sure to tune into that one. Immediately following this game, we're going to have the ceremony for Rooks and Cena, and then we will have the boys' game as they take on Hunterdon Central. Carly Wilson to inbound it for Gill St. Bernard's. Alexia Lesh diving to no avail. Almost a chance at a three-point opportunity. Christina Benton will head to the line. Shoot two.
Another good pass by Richardson on that one. She has such an eye for the floor, puts the ball exactly where it needs to be.
First free throw, no good. And with the amount of fouls we've had in this game so far, already 10 total fouls. As Hannah D'Amico enters the game for Hunterdon Central. I mean, free throws are going to be a huge factor in the final score. Second free throw is no good as Rooks rips this away from a teammate and an opposing player. Cena looking for that corner three again, but Mastro Giacomo comes out. Taylor Rooks will take it instead, and this one will go over the backboard. No good. We have a couple shooters on Gill St. Bernard's and Rooks and Cena where it's almost as if they don't really need much space at all. And if they get it, they're going to fire it no matter what. And oftentimes, it goes in.
Seems as though that's happening today.
D'Amico guarded tightly by the Rooks sisters, and they're going to force a travel. So this will be a turnover, and Gill St. Bernard's will take it at midcourt. Gill St. Bernard's looking to pull away as they have become accustomed to do at the end of halves. Rooks with a nice pass, but Trevina Bennett unable to come up with it at first. And there's Samantha Kramer. Drives a baseline up and under and in for her first bucket of the game.
That was a fantastic move. She drove to her left with a little bit of a head fake and then came up and wide open for her to the basket.
Coach Dema barking out some defensive orders. Layler for three, no good. Rebound goes to Benton. And Morgan Rooks, or as Trevina Bennett, will control it for the Knights. Kramer back towards the other end. Cena wants a three. She'll pass it up. Not this time. No good. Rebound goes to Central. And Mastro Giacomo is going to take it up the court. D'Amico down low, swatted away by Rooks.
Her third block of the game, and that one, it even looked like she didn't have to try that hard. Just kind of put her hand up, knock it out of bounds, try again next time.
She, facial expression seemed to convey that she didn't think it was a great idea to attempt that shot.
No, not a high percentage look, you might say.
Carly Wilson unable to handle it underneath. Cena back the other way for the Knights. Good pass to Alesh, and Tess Richardson gets her hand on it. This will go out of bounds. It'll be Hunterdon Central basketball. Gill St. Bernard's leads by 15. 3 minutes to go here in the half. Good play by Alesh as Cena gets it. Finds Kramer. Kramer back to Alesh, and Alexia Lesh gets on the board. Carly Wilson pressured by Morgan Rooks. Good adjustment by Rooks on the switch, and this one will go to Gill St. Bernard's. Really, really stepping up the pressure here in the second quarter, and it's giving Hunterdon Central fits.
Really tight defense, not letting anything go by, not letting them get to the basket like they did a little bit in the first quarter. Just playing great all-around defense right now.
Samantha Kramer for three. Hunterdon Central continues to play the zone defense that they've been playing, a 2-3 zone. It leaves up a lot of opportunities for three-point baskets, and Gill St. Bernard's has been capitalizing. All the way towards the other end, Samantha Kramer. Nice play by Mackenzie Roden, but this will be out of bounds, and Gill St. Bernard's will take it. Samantha Kramer, 5 points on the game. Sophomore, probably hasn't even scratched the surface of her true potential. She inbounds the ball for Gill St. Bernard's. Good move by Jasmine Sina. And Medine finds Kramer. And this one's swatted away by Mackenzie Roden, but Samantha Kramer will corral it for the Knights. And they'll start all over. Sina. Pressured by Roden. Michelle Layler is going to come out on Kramer. Sina, good pump fake, mid-range jumper, no good. Back the other way. And this one thrown away by Morgan Rooks.
Right over to us at the table here.
How you doing, Morgan? Good to see you. Good game so far. So Hunterdon Central will run one of their under-the-basket inbound sets. Carly Wilson. Underneath, good position, good move. And Carly Wilson on the board for her first bucket of the game. See some impressive post moves by Carly Wilson. As we said earlier, she's just joined the 1,000-point club for Hunterdon Central. Look for her to get going in the second half. Hunterdon Central wants to come back in this game. They're going to need their leader to get on the board a little bit more often. Taylor Rooks for three. Short. Emma Dean, nice hustle play, but this one will go out of bounds.
And that post move by Wilson on the other end, one of the things that I think was really nice about that move that you don't see a lot of times at the high school level, kids get the ball in the post, they take their time, they take 3, 4, 5 seconds to make their move. That was, she got the ball, she made a move quick, and it was a good shot.
It was a good shot, and what was impressive too is when she passed it back out to start the possession, as Michelle Layler hits a three, she then repositioned herself, to get in a better position to put that move. Good pick by Morgan Rooks. Taylor Rooks swings it to Samantha Kramer. Kramer looking for her second three. It's no good. And this will eventually go off of Gill St. Bernard's, and Hunterdon Central will control it.
It's a really underrated thing, and it didn't come to fruition on that play. But that pass by Taylor Rooks, cross court, one arm, got there on a frozen rope. There are not a lot of people who can throw a pass like that.
All kinds of athletic. Good defense by Emma Dean. Anstowich, no good. And Kramer will take it down for the Knights. 7 seconds to go. Great crossover move. And this will be a travel as she leaves her feet. Comes back down on him. So 3.8 seconds to go for Hunterdon Central to go the length of the court. Try to get something up here before the end of the half as they're down 15.
If they're quick, they could have the time to get off a decent shot attempt.
Gill St. Bernard's do what they can to prevent this. Baseball pass, and this one is corralled by Kramer with a half-court try, no good. Oh, boy, that would have been exciting. Samantha Kramer all over the court. We are finished with the first half of play here. Gill St. Bernard's 35-20. Kind of similar to what we saw the first time we were here. Kind of a slow first quarter. They really ramped it up in the second quarter. Really started with their defense and that pressure, the full court press that really led to some great opportunities on the other end.
Yeah, they did a great job. It looked like in the first quarter they were kind of finding their way, making sure everybody was in the right position. By the second quarter, they had everything down. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be when they needed to be there. Every possession, every player was in the right position and making the right pass.
Saw some excellent three-point shooting there from Taylor Rooks and Jasmine Sina. Samantha Kramer also added 5 points in the half. We're going to take a closer look at the sophomore guard for this Gill St. Bernard's team. Samantha Kramer, averaging 8 points per game, 4 assists per game, 4 rebounds per game, and 1 steal per game. She makes about a 3.5 per game. So really this Gill St. Bernard's team has been very efficient all season long, but a lot of that efficiency comes from the play from Samantha Kramer. She's kind of a real, she hustles all over the court. She plays great lockdown defense, and she's one of those people that just facilitates transitions, whether it's on the offensive end or the defensive end. She's really a catalyst for this team. Maybe doesn't get all the credit that the Jasmine Cenas get and the Taylor Rooks get. She's a huge part of this team.
Yeah, she might not be somebody that finishes a play with a bucket or an assist, but she always seems to be the person that makes the pass to the person who gets the assist. She's really good at swinging the ball. She makes the right play, the smart play, and she does it all while moving around the court, constant motion, fast, just a great all-around ball player.
On December 20th, we came here for our first basketball doubleheader, and Gill St. Bernard's had an excellent debut as they took down Rutgers Prep, and we're going to show you some highlights of that right now. We'll be back. Beautiful campus of Gill St. Bernard's here in Gladstone, New Jersey. Back to Cena. Cena puts up another three. It's good. Kramer to the hoop. Kicks it out to Rooks. Rooks for three. Good defense by Rooks, and Cena the other way for the Knights. Cena to Bennett, and Bennett puts it home. Well, Bennett for three. This one's good. All the way across court to Kramer. Kramer to Cena for three. Got it. The intensity picking up. Another steal by Rooks. Rooks all the way to the hole. Tack on another. Another steal for the Knights. Rooks pump faking in. The Taylor Rooks show has begun. Bennett for three. It's good, and the foul. Rooks to the hole, up and under, and it's good. Cena back down to Rooks. Rooks shows her moves off the glass and in. It's under a minute to play. Rooks for three. Got it. And out to Kramer. Back to Bennett. Bennett wide open for three, and she knocks it in. Kramer with the runner in the paint, and it's good. Welcome back to Gill St. Bernard's as the Knights have a comfortable 15-point lead over Hunterdon Central, the 5-2 Gill St. Bernard's Knights against the 6-1 Hunterdon Central team. Some of your first half totals: Trevina Bennett has 3 points, Jasmine Cena with 10, Taylor Rooks with 13 to lead all scorers, Morgan Rooks has a bucket, Sam Kramer with 5, Alexia Lesh with 2. On the other side, Gill St. Bernard's Carly Wilson, the 1,000-point scorer, has 2. Mackenzie Roden has 8 to lead Hunterdon Central. Christina Benton has 6. And Michelle Layler has a 3-point basket of her own. And Sam, I'm sorry, not Sam. You're not Sam, you're Sean.
I'm Sean.
Sam
Sean
was here yesterday. Sam left. Sean, what do you think needs to happen for Hunterdon Central to get back into this game?
I think they have to get better looks at the basket. They've done a good job passing the ball. Their motion on offense is good. I think that they're just trying a little too hard to shoot once they get the ball. It's okay, make that extra pass. That's something they haven't done. They've made good passes, but they haven't made enough of them. They need to do a better job of making sure that the person who shoots is actually open. They've had some opportunities to get people open, and what they need to do is find more of those opportunities.
The defense was really picked up in the second quarter, I believe, from Gill St. Bernard's. Really put the pressure on and came up with some steals and some great transition buckets. It's one of the things that Coach Demma really stresses in his first year as head coach. Got a chance to catch up with Coach Demma before the season started, and he talked a little bit about his expectations for the season and what he brings to the table and what ultimately he wants the girls to get out of the program.
I think the expectations are very high. The girls have been successful for the last few years. I think in particular this group. Last year this team had some good success record-wise. I expect the same, and if not, further than that. More importantly, I think the numbers are better this year. Last year we had 7 girls on the team, and we've added about 5 players to the varsity squad. And I think that'll help us, with more depth to get further. When you talk about the TOC and that kind of thing, I think that's what the expectation is. Like you said, we have a lot of talent, and that goes on the offensive side. I mean, every player can shoot, every player is versatile, every player can put the ball on the ground. They're all athletic, so I feel like if we can, duplicate that on the defensive end and use those talents on defense, the offense will come that much easier, and that's how you become more of a complete team. Taylor Rooks just recently signed with the University of Stanford. Phenomenal kid off the court, great student. But last year she really stepped up, by doing the little things. Being a leader vocally, playing hard. I mean, always on the floor, those kind of things, and just setting an example on and off the court. But I think the girls really followed her. You have Jasmine Cena, who's a 4-year starter. She's a starting point guard. Same thing like Taylor, just mentally tough. Every day, early at practice, plays hard, great distributor. She's a kid that she can score 30 points, but she does a great job of getting all the other kids involved. And I think that's a huge thing. The kids know that, and that's why they like to play with her. Trevina Bennett, another 4-year starter. She's a senior this year. Just such a versatile kid. She can guard the point guard. She can guard the center. So that's a great asset to have, and she's a scorer as well. She can knock down 3-point shooter. You have the 2 young kids, Sam Kramer and Kennedy Whitehead. They're sophomores this year. Both of them were kind of thrown into the fire last year. They weren't expected to kind of do much before the season started. All of a sudden, we have 7 kids on the team, and they're, Sam was a starter. Kennedy played starter minutes. Both of them are, have big contributions this year. And you have Taylor Rooks' sister, Morgan Rooks, who's a junior. I think she's the X factor for the team, and I've said this to her. I think she's the one that does all the little things that if she plays well and she plays to her abilities, I think that'll make us that much better of a team. So there's a lot of expectations for her as well. I mean, I think it kind of goes hand in hand with the basketball and off the court. Just kind of like, as I said earlier, just kind of playing for each other, building that chemistry, which in turn, shows, kind of teaches you how to trust people. You got to be focused on yourself, absolutely. You got to be motivated. You got to be competitive day in, day out. But at the end of the day, you need your teammates, which I think, kind of teaches you a life lesson. Sometimes you got to rely on people. You got to earn that trust by doing for them. Whether it's making that extra pass or just being there on defense, talking all the time. And then that's pretty much it. People that come here, I want them to know that it's not. You don't have to be, the best player. Don't get me wrong. We have great players that have come through the school, but if you're just a good player, but you're willing to work and you're willing to be a good teammate, then you have that opportunity.
And Coach Dema has to be pleased with the effort that he's got so far here today. I want to talk to you a little bit about the Gill St. Bernard's Booster Club, who is responsible for the broadcast of tonight's game and all 5 doubleheaders that we will be doing here at Gill St. Bernard's. If you would like to become a member of this very important parent group on campus, you can contact Jill Moriarty. Some of the upcoming sporting events on Gill St. Bernard's campus and otherwise just in the athletic department for Gill St. Bernard's. Tomorrow the indoor track and field team will head to the Indoor Track and Field Invitational at East Stroudsburg University. There will be a varsity swim meet versus Phillipsburg High School. And the girls basketball will take on Pope John at Springfield Central High. Next Saturday, varsity swimming will take on Montgomery in the Skyland Conference Championships. Varsity girls basketball will take on Hillsborough at home. Varsity boys basketball will be away at Hillsborough. Ice hockey will be away at the Skylands Ice World versus Vernon High School. That will be Saturday night. And next Sunday, indoor track will be at the Bennett Center NJSIAA State Relay. So we are just about ready to start the second half of play here. And Sean, I think it is imperative for Gill St. Bernard's. We saw them come out maybe a little bit lax in the first quarter. If they keep ramping up the pressure that they put on in the second quarter, they can put this game away and they can put it away for good.
Yeah, this is definitely a great opportunity to come out and really assert your dominance here. The third quarter is, a lot of times that's where a basketball game is won and lost. It's really easy to come out a little flat in the beginning of the game, but it's really important to not come out flat at the end of the half.
Jasmine Cena will start with it for Gill St. Bernard's as they're going to try to run a play. We didn't see too many sets being called because a lot of it was fast break opportunities. Jasmine Cena guarded by Layler, hands it off to Kramer. Kramer, good move at the top of the key, finds Morgan Rooks. Rooks with the contested three, it's no good. Rebound goes to Tess Richardson. Mackenzie Roden's going to push it for Hunterdon Central, and she'll kick it back out to Layler, and Layler will look to set up the offense. Back down to Roden. Roden being guarded by Samantha Kramer. Carly Wilson puts up the 10-footer. It's no good. Rebound goes to Morgan Rooks, and Taylor Rooks on the other end. No good. Gets her own rebound. Second chance opportunity, no good. She'll kick it back out. Jasmine Cena. Trevina Bennett in the corner. It's no good. Taylor Rooks is going to fight for the rebound, but she will step out of bounds. And it'll be Hunterdon Central basketball.
A lot of good looks for the Knights on that possession there. They didn't get them to fall, but if they keep getting those opportunities, they'll hit them and they'll score a lot of points.
Gill St. Bernard's refusing to let up on their pressure defense, as they're going to make Hunterdon Central earn their way up and down the court. They're going to call a body foul on Morgan Rooks. So that'll be the first foul for Gill St. Bernard's here in the second half. Wilson posting up Morgan Rooks. Samantha Kramer being a pest. Good help defense by Trevina Bennett, and they're going to get her for a foul.
I don't know how I feel about that foul call, Tommy. It's something that you see more of is that verticality rule where a defender, if they're straight up and down, if they're not coming forward with the arms, you're not supposed to see a foul called. And Bennett was straight up and down there, but still got whistled for the foul.
Carly Wilson will drain the first of 2 free throws, and Sean, I kind of have to agree with you along with the rest of the crowd here. I didn't see too many people that were on board with that one, but there was some contact, and Carly Wilson will drain both. So Hunterdon Central will kick off the scoring here. The move by Bennett. Bennett blocked by Tess Richardson, but they're going to call for a foul on Richardson, and Bennett will get to shoot 2.
Well, Bennett committed the foul on the one end, came back, and now getting to the free throw line here on the offensive side of the court.
And the first free throw is good from Bennett. 4 points on the day. Sean, did you know that Gill St. Bernard's has a summer program right here on its 79-acre campus?
Wow.
High Hills Day Camp features enrichment programs, athletics, and more for ages 3 to 15. Come learn more about our offerings at the sensational summer fairs throughout January or here on campus for our open houses each month starting in February. See all details at highhills.com. Second free throw was good from Trevina Bennett. And they're going to call a foul on Samantha Kramer. Six minutes to go here in the third quarter. Mackenzie Roden with a tough shot. Jasmine Cena comes up with the rebound. And wide open Samantha Kramer, unable to finish, but Taylor Rooks is there to clean it up. Taylor Rooks with 15 on the game. Outside shot by Wilson, no good. Tess Richardson with the follow. As good as a game as Tess Richardson is having, that's still only her 3rd point in the contest. Rooks will take it baseline, absorb some contact from Carly Wilson. She'll be called for the offensive foul. A good defense by Carly Wilson, getting her body in good position. And those are the good charges that you like to see, where the person doesn't fly on their back as if they've been shot by a cannon.
That can get a little frustrating when you see people flopping. I think you see that actually more at the professional level than you do at the high school level. At this level, kids are out here to play hard, and they don't want to get those cheap foul calls.
Alexia Lesh into the game for Gill St. Bernard's. She will be tasked with guarding the equally as tall Tess Richardson. Gets it underneath, and she's unable to control it, so good defense by Alesh. Leads to a turnover. Gill St. Bernard's will take over.
Both of these teams playing pretty even here in the second half so far. Good defense by both squads, and neither team has really taken control of this third quarter.
Samantha Kramer is almost just an extension of Jasmine Sena, really. Very, very similar in that they can both handle the ball really well. They can both shoot really well. This one is off the mark. Anstovich bringing the ball up, 400 in Central. Tess Richardson turns around and an errant pass goes to the floor. Trevina Bennett locking up with Carly Wilson, and the possession arrow will favor Hunterdon Central. Nice bucket by Tess Richardson, high off the glass. Little floater action there. GSB brings it quickly down the court. Bennett pulls up. No good. Rebound goes to Richardson. Carly Wilson's going to look to push for Hunterdon Central. She will wisely slow it down and find Michelle Layler. Tess Richardson, the jump shot, no good. Good rebound and box out by Morgan Rooks, and she's going to draw a foul from Carly Wilson.
Those are the fouls you really don't like to see as a coach. You don't want to see your kids committing fouls 85 feet from the basket. You know, if a foul stops someone from scoring, that's just fine, but that's a foul that really doesn't accomplish too much for Hunterdon Central.
Rooks at the top of the key. She's going to go all the way to the basket. And Rooks able to finish at the hoop. A little bit of contact there. She can finish with the best of them, that's for sure. Richardson, good pass, finds a wide open Carly Wilson. So help defense kind of gets the best of Gill St. Bernard's on that possession. Rooks with the floater, off the glass and in. Morgan Rooks with a circus shot.
And, you know, Tom, good things happen when you get into the middle of the floor. If you roll off a screen and get the ball immediately, you need to be going to that middle of the court. That's exactly what she did there. Gets the basket.
Good defense there as Mastro Giacomo will be called for the travel. Emma Dean checks into the game for Gill St. Bernard's. Game once again being brought to you in part by the GSB Booster Club. We will have 3 more doubleheaders after this. One at the end of January, January 30th. Immaculata will travel to Gill St. Bernard's. Then we have a couple in February as well. Taylor Rooks drives the baseline, up and under with the left hand. It's no good. Rebound goes to Anstowich, and there's going to be a jump ball. Alexia Lesh getting involved there, and it will be Gill St. Bernard's basketball.
That's a tough shot by Rooks. It's one that she can absolutely make, but perhaps maybe if she had kept dribbling through, she would have been able to find a teammate for a higher percentage shot.
Cena gets out of trouble from the corner. Samantha Kramer, her first 3 of the game of the half, and it's good. Samantha Kramer with 3 more. Brings her total to 8 on the night. Mastro Giacomo loses it. And Hunterdon Central will call a timeout. Coach Cook screams it from the sideline as both fighting for loose balls. Great effort from both teams, regardless of what the score is. So far, it's been a great season for Tours here at Gill St. Bernard's. Great attendance from the open houses earlier in the year. If you missed them, they offer a variety of upcoming tours for all grade levels. Lower school Tuesday tours begin January 14th. There will be one on January 14th, February 11th, and March 4th. You can see the GSB homepage for details. Give us a call or drop us an email to register. Middle and upper school weekday tours are available January 9th today, February 13th, and April 24th. You can call to arrange for an individual tour as well. 46-28 is the score. Just over 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Gill St. Bernard's so far dominating the second half. Went into halftime with a 15-point lead. That lead has now grown to 18. Turnaround jumper, no good. Carly Wilson with the putback, and that's no good. And this will be Gill St. Bernard's basketball. Hunterdon Central putting the pressure on, starting to pick up their opponent quickly. Kramer guarded by Roden. Tess Richardson on Emma Dean. Rooks goes the opposite way of a pick, and she will draw the foul from Tess Richardson, head to the line and shoot two.
Great take there by Rooks right at the basket. When you drive to the hoop, good things happen. You just go right there. You know, if you go up hard, there's a good chance that you're either going to score or you're going to get fouled and get a couple of easy opportunities from the foul line.
First free throw is no good from Taylor Rooks. That is an uncommon miss from the free throw line. That's a giant head that we saw. It's a nice looking head. Taylor Rooks buries the second one. I believe that was the head of Mike Falco, the head coach for the Hunterdon Central boys basketball team, as Alexia Lesh gets her hand in there and forces an almost turnover, another jump ball, and this will be Hunterdon Central basketball. Taylor Rooks has 18 on the day with that free throw. Richardson looking for Roden, and Rooks knocks it away. Off to the other end, Jasmine Cena. Blocked by Richardson. Second chance opportunity by Alesh is no good, and another jump ball. It's probably the fifth jump ball of today's game.
Have we mentioned yet in this broadcast how strong Taylor Rooks is?
That's the one thing that we haven't mentioned, but she is a force. Kramer just misses Morgan Rooks, and this will go out of bounds and hit the scorer's table. So a turnover. And Hunterdon Central will control the basketball into their own basket. Samantha Kramer picking up Roden immediately. This Gill St. Bernard's team in excellent shape, Sean.
Yes.
I mean, you have to be in some pretty good shape to run the way that they do on both ends of the floor. Rooks, Euro step. That's a beautiful basket by Taylor Rooks.
What a move. Yeah, you talk about great shape. That, you know, it's a testament to the coaching staff being able to get these girls in good athletic shape, able to run nonstop for an hour and a half with no issues whatsoever. I mean, I run for 15 minutes and I'm ready for a nap, so This is very impressive.
Been down to tie my shoes and I'm out of breath, Sean. Let alone running a full court press for an entire 32 minutes. Taylor Rooks with the steal. Can we get a dunk? Almost. Finger roll off the backboard will suffice for her 22nd point of the game. Taylor Rooks leads all scorers. I'm going to call a backcourt violation on Hunterdon Central, so the Knights will take over once again. This time with a 23-point lead, 25 seconds to go in the third quarter.
No need to hurry here. You know, no shot clock. Run the time down and score.
Cena with the right hand off the glass. Jasmine Cena. The drive to the hoop. 3 seconds to go. Benton, no good. So that'll do it for 3 quarters of play here at Gill St. Bernard's. The Knights lead Hunterdon Central by a score of 53-28. It's been all night so far. The second quarter and third quarter. And a lot of the points coming off of fast breaks. A couple of 3-point shots involved. It was an extremely successful fall season for Gill St. Bernard's as the girls tennis team won the Skyland Conference Raritan Division Championship, as well as the non-public B South Sectional Championship. Boys cross country were the Prep B champions. Boys soccer took home the Prep B championship, and also the non-public B South Sectional Championship. And the kicker, the non-public B State Championship. As we mentioned, Gill St. Bernard's a winner of the ShopRite Cup for the non-public B group. And they are certainly in the running for a back-to-back honor to receive the ShopRite Cup after a tremendous fall season. We'll see how the basketball seasons turn out, but they are in great shape so far. Looking forward to seeing Tyus battle in the nightcap. Averaging 25 points per game, which is top 5 in the state, as you can imagine. One of the premier talents in the state. Hunterdon Central will start out with a sizable deficit. Checking into the game for Hunterdon Central is number 40, Kelly Grant.
How about those shoes, Tom?
Those are fantastic.
I have to get myself a pair of those.
Samantha Kramer, back to Cena. Cena for 3, no good. Cena couldn't get the grip on it. A good shot opportunity. And into the game for Gill St. Bernard's and committing the foul, number 3, Allison Coffey. Allison, only a freshman, getting some action here along with fellow freshman Alexia Lesh, as well as Emma Dean. So we are looking at mostly the future here for Gill St. Bernard's as Alexia Lesh comes up with another block against Carly Wilson. As we have we have 3 freshmen, a sophomore, and a senior on the court for the Knights. Grant guarded by Coffey. Entry pass inside, deflected by Alesh, and Jasmine Cena takes it the other way. Samantha Kramer wants a 3, but Cena wants it more, and she'll bury it from behind the arc. Another 3 from Jasmine Cena, adding to her state lead in 3-point field goals made per game.
Great job there, being very unselfish, passing to the open player, and great job hitting the shot by Cena.
Foul will be called, so Christina Benton will shoot 2. Benton has 6 points on the game. Only a sophomore. Great size, some great skills as well. First free throw is good. And the second free throw is off the mark. Rebound goes to Alesh. Cena, pass a little bit too strong for Kramer. So this turnover will hand the ball over to Hunterdon Central. As Olivia Zengel checks into the game for the first time tonight. Kramer keeping the pressure on. Good cut by Zengel, unable to finish. That was a good look by Kelly Grant. Nice move by Jasmine Cena. And Kramer in her favorite spot. Allison Coffey drives baseline, but not before a couple of extra steps. So the ball will head back over to Hunterdon Central.
Looked like she got a little ahead of herself there. She saw daylight, saw that she had an open lane to the basket, and just started moving the feet a little bit too early.
A little too excited. Taylor Rooks back into the game, along with Trevina Bennett for Gill St. Bernard's. Zengel guarded tightly by Emma Dean. And the pass goes off the back of Allison Coffey, and we have yet another jump ball.
I don't think I've ever seen this many jump balls in a game before.
Me neither.
You see 2, 3, maybe. We've seen 12.
Relentless. Relentless grips
It really
out of
is.
both teams.
It's a testament to the hustle of the players diving on the floor after balls.
Absolutely.
It's really, really good hustle.
Rooks, great pass to Coffey. Coffey! And that's a 2-pointer, not a 3, but a great shot by Allison Coffey.
She didn't travel that time.
She did not. She just drained the long jumper. Emma Dean with it. Finds Taylor Rooks. Rooks with an unnecessary pump fake. Frustrated after not being able to sink this one. Olivia Zengel taking the ball from us, extremely polite.
She did thank us. It was very
She
nice.
did thank us. That was a nice touch. Kelly Grant, some players sometimes it's difficult to remember and put a face to a number. Kelly Grant with those knee pads and shoes, you will never forget.
No.
Taylor Rooks drives to the basket looking for Trevina Bennett. No good. Dean fires it back up, and Emma Dean puts it in for her first bucket of the game. 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter as the boys team patiently awaits. So I'm going to go out of bounds, but Hunterdon Central will maintain possession. Morgan Rooks checking into the game, as well as, I believe that's Lauren Armelino for Hunterdon Central. Alexia Lesh doing work on the defensive end. Trevina Bennett dribbles away out of trouble.
Smart play by Bennett to just slow it down there.
And then she buries a jump shot. That's only a 2. Like a lot of long jumpers just inside the 3-point arc for Gill St. Bernard's today. Bennett has 7 on the day. They're going to call a foul on Allison Coffey, a little bit too aggressive. Lauren Armelino, a sophomore for Hunterdon Central. And she will shoot, I believe, 1-on-1. As Hunterdon Central is in the bonus. First shot is good, so Armelino gets on the scoreboard. And the second one is short. Alesh gets another rebound. Coffey finds Kramer on the right wing. Kramer is going to be fouled underneath. And the foul will be on Benton. This Gill St. Bernard's team, Sean, just has an unbelievable ability to really pull away and seal a game early in the second half.
Up by 15 at halftime, and now with just about 4.5 minutes to go in the game, and they have a 33-point lead and more than double the points of Hunterdon Central.
I think their ability to really finish at the rim and convert on second chance opportunities really makes it difficult for a team to come back, and their outside shooting is just absolutely lethal. If they wanted to, they could shoot threes all game because they do an outstanding job of getting open. When teams play zone against them, they can make them pay by knocking down outside shots. And the rebounding on this team has been great. On the defensive end, it leads to transition points. On the offensive end, it leads to extra opportunities, and they've been converting all night long.
And that transition is really what wears a team down, where a team can maybe keep it close in the first half, but by the third, fourth quarter, you're exhausted and you just can't keep up.
Samantha Kramer from the corner. This is no good. And we have another jump ball. This one will go to Hunterdon Central. Anstowich will inbound it. As we said, we are looking at the future of Gill St. Bernard's here, as there are 3 freshmen, a sophomore, and now a junior on the court. So all 5 of these Knights players will be back next season. That's something that Coach Demma has to be pretty excited about.
Some great players out on the court right now, so that's definitely something to get excited about.
Kramer's going to push it for the Knights. They'll slow it up and find Emma Dean. Allison Coffey, fearless with the basketball. Kramer will dribble it back out. She'll find Morgan Rooks. Dean to the basket. A little bit too strong, no good. Rebound, Anstowich. And this one is no good. And this will go off of Allison Coffey, so Hunterdon Central will maintain possession.
Little out of control with that shot there. I think she kind of caught her feet moving and knew that she had to get the shot up, or she may have been called for a travel. They're fortunate to get the ball back, but that was not a great attempt at the basket.
Sean, so far today you've seen some great things, I would say. What is your first impression on somebody like Taylor Rooks?
It's, she does it all. You talk about players that can impact a game in every single facet, where defensively you have to know where they are. When they're running off the ball, moving without the ball, you have to have a body on them. When they're driving to the lane, you have to be pulling over help defenders, and it's just every aspect of your game plan has to be, well, what does this have to do with Taylor Rooks? Where is she going to be? If we do this defensive strategy, what's that going to leave us with as far as who's guarding Rooks? She just encompasses everything about your preparation for this team, about what you're doing to get ready for this game. She's a stud.
As long as she's healthy, this is going to be a very, very difficult team to contend with especially as the season gets on, because this team is just kind of getting their legs underneath them and really kind of finding out who they are, what their strengths really are as a unit, not only by one player, but we've also seen some excellent talent. Obviously, Jasmine Cena, 1,000 points in her career. Samantha Kramer's had an excellent game. Trevina Bennett, what more can you say about her on the defensive end? And Morgan Rooks, as Coach Demma said in his interview, really kind of the secret weapon of this team that not many people, they pay attention to because they have to after you see her play. But she kind of flies under the radar and makes an enormous impact on this team. We saw this at the end of the Rutgers prep game when we were here, but this is kind of the opportunity that Coach Demma gives Samantha Kramer to sort of run the court here, as now there are 4 freshmen on the court, and Samantha Kramer is the elder statesman of the group. So this is an opportunity for her to really get control of the offense and really kind of get a glimpse of what her role is going to be next year.
Yeah, and this experience is, it's easy to say it's a 32-point game. Maybe the players aren't as into it as they were earlier in the game, but Kramer is out there and she knows this is her opportunity to get better. There's only so much that you can do in practice but there is so much that you can do at the end of a game in real game situations, playing hard. This is just great experience for Kramer with running the offense.
Hallie Ferreira checking into the game for Gill St. Bernard's, as Anstowich drains the first free throw. It's her first basket of the game. Crowd starting to pile in here, but excited for game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. Anstowich buries the second free throw. It's Kate Howard into the game for the first time tonight.
give Hunterdon Central some credit here. They're still playing hard to the final whistle. They're not giving up by any means.
The young players for Hunterdon Central, as you said, doing a great job, hustling all over the court, fighting for loose balls. It's under 2 minutes to play here. Howard to inbound it. She finds Emma Dean. Hunterdon Central with a pretty effective press on here. Gill St. Bernard's looks to pass their way out of it, and they do. And Alesh gets out of a trap. Samantha Kramer bombs away. Samantha Kramer, 11 points on the day. He's had a pretty efficient game, I would say.
Not a bad day at the office.
Not a bad day. Lots to look forward to here for Gill St. Bernard, not only this season, but many seasons beyond this as well. Armelino for three, it's no good. Rebound goes to Kramer. And this one is stolen away. Off the glass and in by Hannah D'Amico. Under a minute to play here. Hunterdon Central continues to press. D'Amico, good defense on Alesh. And Coach Demo will call timeout. Going to call a full timeout here. Don't forget our next stream, our next doubleheader that we will be streaming will be January 30th against Immaculata High School, another Skyland Conference foe here for Gill St. Bernard's. And we have a couple more in February 13th, and I believe February 18th. And we will be back here. And these streams are brought to you in part by the GSB Booster Club. If you'd like to be a part of the GSB Booster Club, you can contact Jill Moriarty. Go to gsbschools.org to find out some more information on this parent group. Been kind enough to help put this together, bring you some live basketball action all season long. Gill St. Bernard's makes a run towards a Skyland Conference championship and hopefully eventually a run at the Tournament of Champions, which has been the goal all season long. They certainly have the talent to do so. Very well-rounded as well. It's a very deep team, would you say, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, you look at this bench and every player on that bench can play. Everybody can come in. You don't lose a step. You don't lose anything as far as knowledge of the defense and the offensive sets. Everybody comes ready to play, and you might be pressed into duty, you might not, but either way, everybody on this team is fully capable of being an important member of the team.
Alexia Lesh called on the foul here, so Anstowich will shoot two once again. Just under 40 seconds to play here in the game. Crowd goes deathly silent. And the first free throw is no good. Sean, one thing I should warn you about in the guys' game, I don't know, last time, I forget what, they stay silent for a certain amount of time. And I think they'll remain quiet until Tyus Battle scores for the first time. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe they change it every game.
Interesting.
Oh, it's the first field goal, I believe.
Okay.
So it's pretty funny.
No crowd noise or anything?
No, nothing. Well, there's crowd noise, but the student section doesn't say a word. And then the first field goal, there's a bucket and the foul for Anstowich. The first field goal that's scored, they go bananas.
Do they?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Looking forward to that.
Pretty exciting game. Looking forward, hopefully we see our boy Ryan McCluskey getting some time in the second game, who I don't like to be biased, but I think he's my favorite player ever to brace a high school basketball court. Anstowich completes the three-point play. And a timeout is called. 29 seconds to go. Gill St. Bernard's lead 66-38.
And I don't mind these timeouts at the end of the game. Yeah, they lengthen the game a little bit, but these are great teaching moments. These are opportunities for a coach to say, hey, it's the last 30 seconds of the game. We don't have to play like it's a 66-38 game. Let's play it like it's a 66-65 game. This is a really good opportunity to work on your sets, work on what you need to do.
Sean, Strive is active on social media. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at @Strive_network. We'll decide a couple players of the game tomorrow. You can follow it. You can check it out on Twitter and Instagram. Post a couple of pictures. And we will select the player of the game for each game. That's at @Strive_network. And you can tweet at us. Let us know how you like the broadcast. Let us know how you feel about this Gill St. Bernard's team that's been completely dominant in the 2 streams that we've put together so far. And we would be happy to converse with you over this social media forum. Cade Howard's going to find Ferreira. Kicks it back out to Emma Dean. Emma Dean, no good. Ansowich with the rebound. 15 seconds to go. Good defense by Ferreira. Armelino for 3, no good. And another jump ball. And it'll be Knights basketball.
I really would be curious to see some statistics on average number of jump balls per game, because we are far exceeding the norm.
Kate Howard puts it up. It's no good. And that will do it. Gill St. Bernard's defeats Hunterdon Central by a score of 66-38. And what a game it was. A very complete game in all aspects, both ends of the floor. Taylor Rooks leading all scorers with 22 points. She added 3 blocks to that total. Jasmine Sina added 15 of her own and a couple threes. Sam Kramer added 11 points. Trevina Bennett with 7. And Morgan Rooks added 4 for Gill St. Bernard. So, Sam, would you say you're pretty impressed with this squad?
I'm Sean.
Sean, would you say you're pretty impressed with this squad?
I would say that I'm so impressed I've almost forgotten my own name.
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable.
This team, you said it exactly right, Tom. Every aspect of the game, both sides of the court, all of these girls came out to play hard today. Maybe in the first quarter, not as excitable and ready to go as you would have hoped, but, man, by quarter number 2, they were rolling, and every facet of their game just was right where it needed to be.
If you were to choose a player of the game, put you on the spot, who do you think it would be?
I think it might be Taylor Rooks.
I think I would agree. Taylor Rooks, 23.2 points per game, 11 rebounds per game, 2.5 blocks per game, and 3.2 steals per game as well. And he's also averaging a couple of assists per game. Those aforementioned statistics that I mentioned before the assists, she's top 5 in New Jersey in every single one of those categories.
Wow.
So another outstanding game from her today on the defensive end, also on the offensive end. She can shoot it, she can score underneath, and she can facilitate and lead this team. If this Gill St. Bernard's team plays like this for the rest of the season, it's going to be tough to beat them.
And that's a high-quality opponent, too.
Absolutely. 6-1 Hunterdon Central team comes in here. They drop to 6-2. Gill St. Bernard's improves to 6-2 on the year. And we look forward to what the rest of the season will bring. For Sean Lerman, Derek Raymond, I'm Tom Monfiletto. We will be back in about 15 minutes for the start of the boys' game. And stay tuned for a very special presentation at halftime from the athletic director, Dave Pasquale, who is going to honor Taylor Rooks and Jasmine Sina. Not at halftime, I'm sorry. I believe it's going to happen before the start of the men's game. So we will see. If it doesn't happen before the start of the men's game, it'll probably happen at halftime during the men's game. But stay tuned either way. Keep it locked right here. The boys' game will follow in about 15 minutes.